These are indeed troubling times for MTN. While the Nigerian Communications Commission has agreed to renew the telco's license for another 5 years, there is no knowing what direction a $5.2 billion fine imposed on MTN will go. There are indications that the Nigerian government could reduce the fine, but MTN can't count its chicks just yet. At the heart of the issue is security. Nigeria contends that Boko Haram insurgents in the country's northeast and kidnappers in the south are using unregistered phone cards to carry out their activities to avoid detection. But one of the country's top security experts, Ona Ekomo, says authorities in Nigeria's security agencies may be overstretching the security angle.
That connection between unregistered SIMs or registered SIMs and its security applicability is quite tenuous. I'm not saying that it's not useful. It certainly is very useful. But, you know, the prior issue of logistics and operation of registered and unregistered number captured in some secure platform is a prior consideration or a prior concern, even far greater than the security concern, because it's only when you satisfy the first condition of getting the good numbers in place, and then you now determine what protocols you are going to use in terms of who has access to those numbers for national security reasons before you start looking at the applicability for security.
While most Nigerians are not opposed to the imposition of a fine on the country's largest mobile network operator for the infringement, it's the size of the fine that is generating reactions, with a prominent Nigerian senator telling CCTV via the phone that it is excessive.
What I'm objecting to is a fine of $5.2 billion, which is 1/4 of the national budget of Nigeria. It seems excessive, and the punishment does not fit the crime. In other words, it makes us look really bad, and it scares away foreign investors, and it gives the impression Nigeria is broke and we're trying to make money of companies. And that's my quarrel with the NCC. I have no quarrel with sanctions. I have no quarrel with a fine, but the fine must match the offense, and I do not believe the fine matches the offense.
While NCC holds that MTN alongside other telcos had been warned of the consequences of not disconnecting the SIM cards after the deadline, commentators in Nigeria seem to agree that the fine goes beyond its purpose.
Investors will be looking at, if MTN can get this kind of fine for an offense, that means we are not safe in that country. Basically, that's the kind of signal we'll be sending out to investors. We've got to be real here. But again, you also want to look at it the other way around, that should any company flout the laws or the existing law of any nation, what if it's another Nigerian company in another country that did this? Would they spare the Nigerian company?
There are unconfirmed reports that MTN has apologized and that it may get a reprieve soon. Talks are still ongoing, and it may not be too long before we get an official announcement over a compromise on this issue. Deji Badmo, CCTV, Lagos, Nigeria.